Perfect. Hi, everyone. My name is Benny Balderrama, Program Manager for Student Life at Bakersfield College. Um, Today we'll talk about engaging your StudOrg through Discord. So this is going to be primarily showcasing what Student Life is doing to keep students engaged, talk a little bit about what Student Life has planned for this upcoming semester, and just answering questions at the end. And feel free just to ask questions in mid-presentation. I'm going to give you a lot, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to overflow you with information right now. So let's go in with Discord. Background on Discord, so you kind of get to know what it was, what it came from, what it is now. Created almost 5 years ago. Its intentions were purely just for gaming. I know some of you probably know games now are very complex, where you need in real-time communication and coordination and strategies. So this was purely built just so people could be talking to each other, or a lot, 4, 8, 10 people at once talking to each other. That's what it really was for. It was only pushed to the Reddit community so people know about the Reddit websites. It wasn't publicized, it wasn't advertised anywhere, but it became popular among the esports, LAN tournaments, Twitch streamers, YouTubers. We know more and more schools are having esports teams, and this is not just how they interact with each other, it's how they actually recruit. And now 250 million users, 14 million daily users, and a lot of our students I know have Discord, so this is why we kind of went with this option. So why listen to me? I'm not sponsored, I don't work for Discord, I don't get anything out of this. I've just used Discord for 4 years personally. I moderate on my off time a couple of Twitch streamers and YouTubers myself. And it's an easy job. There's only 8 of us for a server of 4,000 plus people, and us 8 mods were not trained. We weren't chosen specifically. It's just we supported the longest. Our content creator liked us and made us moderators. So very little training to where I got in now with Discord. And just us, those 8 people, we pushed the community to over 1 million likes on Facebook, 100,000 on Twitter and Instagram. So we like to think we know what we're doing. Our content creator is always happy with us. So I feel like we're knowledgeable on Discord and navigating through social media. So faces, you might have no idea who they are, and some people might know. These are YouTuber, Twitch streamers, probably what your children, little cousins, nieces, nephews are watching 7 to 8 hours a day. If TV didn't have to worry about Netflix and Hulu, they also have to worry about Twitch and YouTube now, because even I watch YouTube on my big screen TV, cut cable a long time ago, so more troubles for the television industry. But these are the faces. I mean, these are some of the biggest. So we have Dr. Lupo, Pokimane, Markiplier. And again, these are just people. They make content on YouTube. They do live streams on Twitch. They might be reviewing a game, playing a game, talking about their life. People watch them. My content creator does the exact same thing. And all of these people, all these subscriptions, the likes, the follows, anything that people could follow them with, they built Discord so those people could have the one-on-one interaction with their content creators. So it's like, exclusive access. This person you watched on TV or on your computer screen all these years, now you can talk to them on Discord. That's what Discord is really, really used for right now. So what can it do, and why am I using it for Student Life? So they have text chat rooms, so similar to like an iMessage or something. You could see when people are typing in real time, the chat just moves as quickly as people type. So unlike Facebook, if you have groups or anything, you don't have to hit the notification, you don't have to refresh the page, the texts are just going to keep coming at you. Those voice chat rooms, so just with a click, you could automatically start talking to people. And this was useful for us because sometimes you set up Zoom rooms or Zoom meetings and the meeting goes for maybe 2 minutes. So instead of wasting all that time, you can just knock out the question just in the voice chats and be on your way. You could categorize your chats, and I could kind of show you after this. I'll show you a tour of our Discord so you can see what that means. You could give specific roles to members. So you could give like a staff role if you create that. You could give a student role. You could give, you know, if there's a president, vice president, so on and so forth. You could give different permissions to these roles. You could direct message members, just again, like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, there's direct message function. And within that function, you could chat, voice, or video call them. You could tag individuals, roles, everyone. So kind of like our listservs, if you email a listserv, that certain set of people is going to get the email. You could tag an individual, or if you tag a specific role you have created. So if we had admin council in the Discord and all these people had the admin role, they would be notified if I tagged that specific role instead of tagging the entire server. You could kick and ban people. So if you had any troublemakers, anyone causing problems, you could kick them out. Kicking them out just kicks them out. They could come back in. Banning them is more permanent because they're just not banned from the server. Their IP address is banned as well. You can add custom emojis. Again, you know, the smiley faces, thumbs up, anything you want. You can make your own emojis for your own server. You can have nicknames in each server. So you could be professional in one server and be yourself in another server. It's not like Facebook where all the groups and pages, your name is exactly the same. You can change your name in each server that you are in. And you can add notes on specific members, and I could show you what I mean about that later. So this one, I kind of just blow through this because not even the biggest colleges are going to hit these limits. You can kind of just see how much a Discord server could handle, 500,000 users, 25,000 people online at once. I mean, at BC could probably hit that, but I don't think we'll have all of our students on at once, even if we got all of them in. So we don't have to worry about limits whatsoever. I don't think we're going to hit over 500 channels. Those are different text and voice channels. So you can just rest assured that we're not going to push the limits with anything. If anything at all, it's just a attachment size. You can upload like Word, Excel, PowerPoints, but if your file is massive, then you might not be able to upload that to Discord. And this one I'll just blow through. This Discord is free, but there's some paid functions, and with the paid functions it's really just higher video quality, sound quality, more emojis, so on and so forth. So it's nothing necessary, but there's an option for that as well. So with the Discord, I kind of thought about this in phases. So phase one was restarting a dead SGA server. When we started this, Nikki originally didn't like the idea. He thought it would be a breeding ground for cyberbullying. It would be like left unchecked. So it kind of just had a dead server for about a month, well, almost a semester last year. Then COVID hit, and luckily he changed his tune, and he actually started pushing me to talk about Discord, pushing me to the other professionals in the States. I've talked to other professionals out of the States, been giving this presentation to a lot of people. I'm just noticing right now server is missing an R. But anyway, I think with this phase, we just wanted to be careful. So this time, like last semester, I just invited OSL workers, our student government, our StudOrg members, anyone who has left follow-up information on our survey we put out. So I wanted to use that test group to see how it worked. And it was designed and currently is designed right now just for OSL interaction, activities, and updates. So some of the activities we did this past summer, and once COVID hit, we were doing events each and every single day, still up until now. So we did some Super Smash Bros. Tournaments, League of Legends parties, Netflix watch parties. We did karaoke. They like to do anime talks and suggestions, so we have a lot of discussions within the Discord. And I think it's optimal to notify. This is the optimal way to notify for these events, just because when you make a lot of these rooms, you can't put the link on a poster 2 weeks or a month in advance. The link is created the very second you make the room. So that would be an additional post on your social media when that link is set. And if we played Super Smash Brothers for a couple hours, maybe the room crashed a couple times, you would have to generate a new code and link and send that out. That would be more social media posts. So instead of clogging our social media and just bogging everyone down, even if we did emails, We thought this would be easier because if we're playing in the real time, I could just talk to people in the voice chats. I could just type in and copy and paste that information, and everyone knows exactly what's happening in that second. So that's why I think it's optimal, especially for Netflix watch parties. If you watch a movie, the same link you post will work for the entire movie. But if you do like a marathon like we did with a whole season worth of content, the link changes every episode. We found that out because we're on episode 5 and someone DM'd me asking, hey, this link isn't working. It keeps saying it's null and void. And we found out you have to post a different link every time a new episode starts. So things to know. And again, we don't want to clog up our social media with just constant posts and updates. And I mentioned the real-time chat. Again, we don't miss the beats when we're doing our events. The students opt in and out of notifications that I've given them. And again, it's perfect for short answers. If you need a yes or no answer, pop onto the voice chat really quick, answer it, and then pop out. With Discord, a lot of third-party developers have created Discord bots for servers. So what these do really just help enhance or provide more activities into your server. And I could show you what I'm using for our server later. But they have a lot of music bots. So what these bots do, and then they kind of just search YouTube. You type in the title of your song and it searches up YouTube and starts playing that song. It builds a queue so everyone knows when their song is coming up. If you're playing karaoke, usually there's a karaoke version on YouTube. You can just add karaoke to your search. It'll pull that up. But that's kind of how we did karaoke the first time. I have a moderation bot that kind of just welcomes people in. It scans messages so you could type in words that it would auto delete if you have, you want to delete any hateful language, you want to put any buzzwords you don't want in your server, you could have that bot delete them upon entry. And this bot I'll talk about more because this one's a little more difficult. It's a role bot. This bot gives people access to give themselves roles as opposed to me having to manually give it to each student. So with all of that, that was phase 1. This is what I've been telling other colleges who want to go with phase 2, if a few of them are entering. Get other departments to enter in. We did a test phase with counseling, and counseling, we're lucky because they picked up on it really quick and it worked really well for them. Unfortunately, it didn't work well for other departments and staff members. So Discord is a big learning curve just because it could do so much. I had 4 years to lean into it, so that's why it was natural for me to understand it all. But counseling did very well, and I could show you what's left of the counseling section in our server. But what I tell other colleges, you could digitally recreate the campus on Discord. So like I mentioned, those categories you could put into your server. The categories could be your buildings, could be the departments. So if you want to have a CSS category and all the chats underneath could be the different offices within that building, if you want to make it easy for the students to know where they're going to, or if you want to make it super simple as saying financial aid category, admissions category, and add your chats underneath that. And I could show you what that looks like. And we added a front desk chat, and that's where students kind of naturally gravitated to. They started asking their questions. Counseling staffed this desk, and they were just answering via text or voice chat. And you could create staff office chats. So again, like I mentioned, those permissions. You could have private chats where the students can't see where you're typing, so the staff could still have their office, quote unquote. And phase 3 would just be full campus support and integration. So that would be like a full-on announcement channel that you could post in the server with all the campus links and resources. If you have to announce graduation, you have to announce a final schedule or something, you can make a big announcement channel like that. Fully staff it with your staff and student workers. Put your college president on Discord. Maybe have like meet the president kind of activities. You could have admission events within Discord. I mentioned already a lot of schools use Discord to recruit students for their esports programs. And that's it. They have like a dedicated admissions person working Discord trying to get students into their college. And you can do high school college nights because Discord, you have to be at least 13 to make an account. So if you want to do high school college nights, you can make temporary chats. You can give temporary links. So the link will work as long as they're in the Discord, and when the event is over and they sign off, they're kicked out of the Discord. So if you want to have a temporary high school night, invite a whole bunch of high school students in, talk to them, present to them, and they could just leave after that night. So potential downfalls, big learning curve. That's probably the biggest. We really just have to take probably a weekend, just kind of start playing around with it, testing your functions, testing your power, testing what powers you could give to others. It's open 24/7. So now a lot of people ask, how do you moderate it 24/7? We don't, because people sleep. So it's like with anything. It's like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Someone might post a huge rant at 3 in the morning, and I'm doubt, unless you wake up for some reason, no one's monitoring our social media at that time. So it's like with anything. You wake up, you see, if you deal with any issue you see. A lot of the students usually point out if they see anything. If you have student workers who just have messed up sleep schedules, they could be your moderators if they agree to that. So I know being in the virtual environment, staffing is a little weird. So if you have a student who's willing to staff at 12 to 3 a.m., by all means, staff them at that time and they could just watch the server. So really, you really could work with your students and see what they want to do. The invite link, if anyone could copy and paste the invite link, you could text it to anyone, email it to anyone, share it with anyone, so anyone could come into the server. There's no option yet to keep individuals out in a way that it would recognize the email or anything. So we're very careful about who we give the link out. It is public on our website page. We would have to go to Student Life to find it. That's why I have been reluctant to mass email it out right now. I've been giving it to pocket groups. I've been telling my staff workers to give it to their classmates online. So we're trying to slowly build up, but it's not that bad because I'm in some public servers that we do moderate to where the YouTuber would just put it on all his videos, all of his tweets, so the whole world have access. And you have those few individuals who want to cause problems, but ours is a college Discord. It's a specific type of Discord, so I don't see anyone just entering not expecting what they're going to get out of it. You must have access to internet and phone, but especially with us giving the Chromebooks out this entire past 5 months, I think we minimized that problem. I know at this point, I think people have mobilized to hopefully have internet and computer access. Users 13 years and up, that shouldn't really affect us. I had one school ask about middle school college nights, and I just said, one, they're really young, and two, they would have to fake the account or they have to have their parents with them. So that's a gray area, so I wouldn't do that. And there is a possibility for Zoom bombing. So people always ask, is it, can Zoom bombings happen? Kind of. So I'll talk about that. So possible solutions. Just train. Again, I think just a weekend, just a whole day, just messing around with Discord is beneficial. It's open 24/7, so students can ask questions anytime. I wake up to a lot of questions because a lot of them are asked at midnight, 2, 3 in the morning. So you just deal with them when you get it. You could have an open community member chat. So a lot of our chats are open, so all the students could talk amongst each other. Oops. COVID taught us the digital divide is too much, but again, I think we're minimizing that problem right now. And it is possible to restrict links, files, pictures to be posted, but don't overdo it. This is their space. Discord's primarily fueled with memes and videos and whatever you want to call them. Don't take away their power because this is their space. We should conform to them. They're going to be the experts most of the time. They're going to know a lot more. So the middle ground I am taking with our server is just having one specific meme channel where that's the only channel I know that they could post files, pictures, videos. That's the only channel would ever have to keep a real diligent eye on. But so far, everyone has been nice. Everyone has been respectful. I had a few people DM me asking, is this meme suitable? I just reply, no, yes, maybe in another Discord, yes, but not here. So people are respectful. The students know, and I haven't had really any problems yet. And just learn their language. They speak very differently when they're online. I've grown up online just because of me modding for my streamer. They have a very specific way they communicate with each other. So I would say before jumping to conclusions, just learn how they communicate and interact with each other. That's all I could say with that. And time for a tour. So I'll show you what our server actually looks like and kind of makes sense of everything I kind of mentioned already. So this is our server. This is what Discord looks like. You could have either a dark layout or a white layout, whatever works best for you. But this is how Discord looks like on the PC. This is the PC version. There's a browser version, and there's the Android and iOS version. All of them work well. All of them have pretty much all the same capabilities. But this is, I call it a Bakersfield College Office Student Life server. And this, what we're currently in, is my office. So this is where students ask questions all the time. And I have a lot of workers who answer them before I even get to them. So like even here, she's an ICC member for StudOrg. She answers a lot of questions for me. A lot of the questions I don't even need to respond to because it's already been taken care of. So that's been helping me a lot. And that's what Discords typically do. They're communities and they always help the new members. They always talk amongst each other. So it really helps, just not in this Discord, but any Discord I'm in. I don't have to moderate 24/7. I don't have to be on top of every question. A lot of it's answered. And if it's really hard question, usually some of these people will direct message me saying, hey, we don't know the answer to this. So that's when I'll step in and I'll either answer it publicly or I would just direct message them. This is like our main chat. So I know we have the Facebook page, or there is a Facebook page made by students called Surviving Bakersfield College. I just named our chat Surviving Virtual Bakersfield College. And this is our main general chat. This is where everyone talks. So we were sharing some recipes yesterday. We had Jurassic Park on Monday. This is just people talking about anything and at all. Professors not emailing back. So I try to help with some of those concerns, but a lot of them are just asking what classes you have next. Have you bought your books? What's going on, kind of thing. Students even watched their own, did their own events too last week. So in addition to students helping out each other, they're also planning their own events, which I'm counting as our events because I just need to know when they're happening and just putting it on the calendar because it's open to all the students. So it's really helping our workload. It's really helping me because I kind of had to do this all by myself in the summer just because a lot of our students were gone. A lot of them were dealing with family issues. So it was really just coming down to me. And with the semester coming up now, the server has reactivated, you could say. It was really dead in July and June. But this is just students talking to each other. They could just like face-to-face. They're just talking to each other in real time here. And this is like the meme channel I mentioned. So this is just them posting almost anything they want. Some of it makes sense, some of it doesn't. So we're posting food the other day just because we have a lot of passive events. So one passive event was just post your pets or post cute animals. So people were just flooding the chat with anything they wanted to. So it really just gives them a space to really talk about themselves, show off who they are. This is our video game room chat, and this is primarily just for our video games, so we don't clog up the other chats of our video game talk. So this is where we play our Super Smash Brothers, or we play Fall Guys or anything. So we can make as many different chats as you want, so you're not clogging up one chat to one certain topic. But all of these chats I made just with a specific purpose. So like the music room, like the one I labeled the Performing Arts Center, that's our karaoke space. So like this chat, you would just input your commands for music. So like here, all you have to do is input the command, type your song name, and the bot automatically searches and we'll start playing it. And I got 2 music bots, so they're labeled to each of their own rooms. So if you want to have different rooms, multiple rooms of music, you could do that. This is the student life chat. So this is my office again. This is a private staff office for me, Nikki, Razvi, and Danielle. Student government office. So this is just student government questions. This is my voice chat. So if I pop on here, if you ever see me like this, that means I am on. I'm muted, but as soon as I hear someone, I'll unmute myself and start talking to you immediately. And that's it. You just click where whoever you see underneath the chats, that's who you know who's in the voice chat, and you just start talking. Then I just made a couple voice chats for other people just to hang out in. So these are just mislabeled because on my end you could see this. On your student end, you could not see these chats. So this was the counseling section. So when we had this test running, so you can see Debbie Anderson from counseling here. Counseling, we're staffing their members and students in here. A whole bunch of students came in asking a whole bunch of counseling questions, you can see here. And they were getting them pretty quick, and they really liked how quick it was. But when the school decided to go with the Zoom option, I simply froze the chat. So when they go to this chat, they could scroll up if they want, but they can't type anything new except for me because I have the power to. So the only thing, the last image they see, last message they see is this directing them to go to the Zoom portion now. So with the Discord, it's not a be all end all. You can add your Zoom links, you can add Canvas or anything else you want into the Discord and use them as resources. So we do have a lot of students who come in here looking for counseling, and I kind of just redirect them to click this link and go find counseling. But I made a counseling staff channel, so this was a private staff only channel for them to talk amongst each other. So it really comes down to how many channels you want, how many permissions you want, what you want private, what you want public. That's totally up to you to create for your own Discord. This was originally the president's office. I was just toying with names, trying to think of something for our activities fair, which I'll mention in a bit. But this is pretty much our Discord, and we're gonna make it we're gonna change it up a little, especially like our role channel. I direct students here if they want specific notifications here. And I kind of mentioned with our role bots right here on the right-hand side. So what this bot does, instead of me individually having to grant people these specific titles, they simply can react. So just by clicking, they can react and they're automatically given this title. So when I tag this title, ping, if you want to call it that too, if I ping Netflix, 89 people are going to be notified instantly that we have a Netflix watch party going on. If I ping Super Smash Brothers, hey, 68 people are going to know we're playing Super Smash Brothers, and so on and so forth. And we're going to add a couple more as the semester starts. So this is a way for me not to annoy the entire server because we have about 600 students in there. I don't want to bug 600 students at all the time. So that's why I use these to just hit pocket groups to know I'm not annoying all of them. I don't feel bad tagging them because I know they opted in for it. So this is just one of the functions of the bots helping making my life a little bit easier. As long as it's clear, the students usually get it for the first time and we haven't had really any problems. This is our announcement channel. So I kind of mentioned you can have a huge announcement channel. Again, with the permissions I could grant people, I granted people the ability to see. I took away their ability to type. So people can't type in the channel, so that means they cannot move my messages around or keep typing and spamming and the messages would just go up. So I just post big, crucial information they need to know. So like we had convocation last night. So I tagged all of our students and said, hey, convocation, click this link, join. We had a pantry event. We have a pantry event coming up. So we let a lot of students know when we have big things going on. I post them in this announcement channel for them to know. And that's pretty much our server. And that's with this, we've been using it for student life. This one right here, and I mentioned you could be in multiple different servers at once. So this is a student professional server for all the California professionals. So we just started it. So even if you want to do it for your StudOrg, I have a meeting section here. So this is where we're going to stick our agendas, our meeting chat texts from the meetings, and our recordings. So you can make a section where you just drop all your meeting items if you need it. And then you could have your meetings if you're meeting in voice chats. If you only need one person to present, that's totally doable. What the voice chats could do, you could have up to 99 people just simply in a voice chat. You could have up to 50 people if one of them is presenting on the screen. So 50 people usually covers a lot of classrooms and a lot of StudOrgs. If you want to do bigger events, you would have to go into Zoom, but a lot of people use Discord for meetings as well. And you guys aren't bound by the Brown Act, so you guys can have your meetings in your Discord. You could just have them like this. And if you want to build up your membership in your Discord, we do have our fair coming up, and I can describe that in a little bit.
Benny, explain your comment that you just made about not being bound by the Brown Act. That just doesn't compute with my knowledge of the Brown Act.
So with the StudOrgs, so typically with BCSGA, we have to post our agenda 72 hours in advance before a meeting, and we have to publicize.
25 years I did too with StudOrgs as a club advisor.
What was that?
As a club advisor for 20 to 25 years, I also did that.
No, and that's better. That's good practice. But student governments and departments and entities above that would usually have to follow it. They do not hold it to StudOrgs just because it is student run. So I know we have to make our Zoom links public to everyone. We have to have the Zoom links on our agenda and make sure the public are aware of what's going on. The StudOrgs, you guys can have your meetings on campus. You guys wish to make them public, you can.
I'd love to see the legal opinions on that, because that's not the way I understood the laws before. That's fascinating.
Yeah, and no one would come after you if your agenda wasn't posted 72 hours beforehand, or if it wasn't in a public space.
If the child got hurt because of something happening, that's a concern of old years.
Yeah, and then that's something. Just the StudOrgs have a little bit more breathing room than a lot of us do. And then coming down, this is Lewis and Clark College. I helped them build their Discord, and you can kind of see right here, they really went into it, and they made a lot of different chats, and they're really utilizing their Discord. I can't see much because I'm not a student in here, so they restricted it to student access only, but they really went all in. They're on the East Coast, so I could visit their campus if I ever want to. I could just ask Jennifer to give me some access. But the more colleges that have Discords, I'm trying to collect them. I'm just going to have them on my dashboard here, so I could visit campuses, or I could set up virtual campus tours, and you could just simply go to another Discord and have that tour. So that's what I'm really hoping. The more Discords that pop up, the more access we could give in these digital times that we're living in. And you can, again, use it for personal use. This is the account I made just for professional use. All of these servers are just ones I created for various entities, or this is a test server I created. So I mentioned how you could have admissions and records, advising, counseling. That's how you could build your Discord like this. This is my private server. And then this is just support servers for my bots. So they really do have dedicated servers, like support centers. So if your bot goes down or something's wrong with your bots, you can kind of go to them and ask, hey, am I doing this wrong? Or hey, is your service down? Or hey, what's going on? So Discord has vastly grown since 2016 when I started using it. And this is what we're using right now. Even later today, we're playing Fall Guys. So we're gonna be playing on PlayStation. We'll have a whole bunch of students and we stream it onto Twitch. So that's one way we could do virtual free events. If everyone already has the game, we're gonna be playing. If people can't play, they're gonna be watching us. So it's been easy, and the more students I get into the server, the more systems and games I get. So I've been asking a lot of our students who could be willing to host any events we have. I'm trying to find a Minecraft student if they're really good and interested in Minecraft, because I want to do what UC Berkeley did and recreate our campus in the Minecraft. If anyone saw that when they had their graduation, they had the live feed of their graduation in the Minecraft server. All the characters in the Minecraft were walking a stage they created, so they had their own graduation in a Minecraft server. So I want to be like a little bit like Berkeley. I just need to find a Minecraft person really bad. But that's our server, and I'll take some questions now before I go into just some general student life stuff that we're doing. Does anyone have any questions about Discord? Okay, let me see. Quick question. When you were a high school student, did you dream of this job for you existing in the future, or did you have to get hired into a different job and then create your own vision? High school, I didn't even know what I wanted in high school. I didn't know I wanted to go into this profession until I graduated out of college. So did never dreamed of this. Even in my last job, we started an esports program right before I came to Bakersfield. So I was already kind of in touch with where things were going. We have a full esports team at my previous college now. And the fact that video games, I'm a video game nerd. I play video games. I mean, I started off with the Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis. So I love video games, and the fact that I think the big moment for me when I walked into a bar, we had the sports on the TVs, but I noticed on ESPN they were showing League of Legends on ESPN at a bar. And it just thought, I never would have thought video games would be in a bar or be viewed by that many people. So I never imagined that, but the way we're going, and I know it's really bad to say, but COVID helped kind of push this along because we have to be in a virtual format. A lot of people have looked with new eyes now about what technology can do. And the fact that we're hopefully succeeding and hopefully Bakersfield could be on the forefront of that, we could show people we embrace innovation, we embrace technology, and it's nothing to be afraid of. There's a lot of messages about dismantling Discord in the Council of Private Chat area. What is status? Oh, so it was really just because it was a testing phase. So I know they wanted to go with Zoom, but the rest of the administration, again, a lot of admins had a hard time navigating through Discord. So that's where I'm stuck in the middle. The students navigated through it seamlessly. I trained our staff and they picked up on it about after a week, and they could kind of navigate through Discord easily. It's just, I know at the time they were trying to move really quick. They're familiar with Zoom, they're not familiar with Discord, and they just wanted to go with the Zoom route. But our students here are naturals. I mean, half the time before I add a bot, they already know how to work the bot before I even mention how to work the bot. So I say, hey, I have 600 experts already in the server, so I'm gonna cater to the students. And if it's just student life right now, then we're just gonna keep it student life. Other roles for club advisors and or instructors, or this mostly for students? Okay, so right now, so I'll show you the back end of things. This is how you create roles. So you could create your own, how many ever you want. You could give them specific colors. This is all the permissions you could give to them. So it's up to you if you make your own server. Right now, we just have, some of these are superficial. I'm gonna have to exit out of or delete. But we have the staff. I have some student workers, our senators. This is a superficial role. It does nothing other than notify people. This is our Super Smash Brothers champ. ICC, so I could tag the ICC members, and these are other activity roles. You could create as many as you want. You could have up to 250 of these. So if you want to give special roles to yourself, you want to give special powers to yourself, you could do that. You could always look and see what powers people have. And not even just on this section, you could go chat by chat. So if you don't want people to have permissions in the huddle, you can deny specific permissions within specific chats. So that's one thing I think that overwhelms people. You could do so much again with it. So each individual chat, you could give totally different permissions if you wanted to. So you could, in our server, we don't have a club advisor role. I probably could make that if we have more advisors flooding into our server. I'm also telling StudOrg, if you guys make your own Discord, by all means do it. If that's your place to hang out, that's your place for your club to grow, please do it. I might ask to be let in, not to just watch over, just in case I ever need to give you guys a quick heads up. It'd be really easy for me just to click into your server. I know the Japanese Culture Club already had a Discord long before. I heard the STEM department has their own, because I know a whole bunch of them flooded into our server, so I know they were passing our information along. So I think the more servers we have, the better. And I don't mind them being separate. So like I wouldn't mind more like departments and StudOrgs on this panel, just because if we filled up everything with the college into our server, you'll be scrolling for days right here. Right now it's a nice easy view, but If we really cram the entire campus, you just keep scrolling and scrolling, trying to find where you need to go to. So I don't mind departments, I don't mind StudOrgs making their own servers. As if you let me know, the plan for this, so originally this was just gonna be every office we have in here. So the new plan, the more departments, the more StudOrgs that I hear are making servers. I'm gonna start putting your names on here and then linking, having your invite link here. So if students or new students or anyone interested, I would probably rename this like a StudOrg list. You just go to here, find what club you want, click on it, and it'll automatically take you to their server. So that's what I'm hoping to do as more students register and more clubs hopefully have Discords. And I guess that's a segue with clubs orgs. So here, I guess you could say this is where you could find our Discord, Student Life. Just go to Bakersfield College Student Life and join our activities on Discord now. That's gonna take you immediately to our server. And we've been mentioning our Student Involvement Festival, which is now currently called SAVE, the Student Activities Virtual Engagement Festival. So what we're hoping to do, because we're gathering interest and we're going to try to put something out as soon as we can. My worry right now is not our StudOrgs. Not the students are the last of my worries, because I know the students can navigate through this. My worries are with everyone else. So even with our local vendors and businesses, we're trying to find out, are they comfortable being online? Do they have ways to communicate with us online, whether it's through Zoom or through Facebook or through YouTube? We're asking all of our vendors, past vendors, hey, do you guys have a preferred way you guys want to talk to us? Do you guys stream on Facebook? Do you guys use Zoom? Do you guys use Microsoft Teams? So we're asking everyone exactly what they use, and we're not going to limit them to one thing. So as we get more and more people interested and more people signing up, we're going to have a big list on this page, or we're probably going to make another tab here. We have a big list of everyone's name, everyone's time slots, and everyone's link. So we could have the feel of a festival. So, you know, we usually have the festival on the CSS lawn. People could walk from table to table. And this we're going to do is people could click link to link. So if you're the Japanese Culture Club and you tell me, hey, we want this day from 10 to noon on our schedule, it's going to say Japanese Culture Club, 10 to noon, click this link. It's going to be active for those 2 hours to talk to them. And I know they're probably going to say, we just want to talk to them in Discord. So the link will be their Discord. If you have a business streaming on Facebook, I'm going to ask for them, hey, give me your Facebook info. I'm going to put that as your link and let me know when you want to go live and how long you want to go live for. So a lot of these things you can just click and instantly just get pushed to. So we're really trying to meet people where they're at. I'm not going to force people into Zoom. I'm not going to force people into YouTube. Whatever they want to, we're going to put it on. We're going to make it clear where they're going to be redirected to. But we want to make sure people are comfortable presenting. We want to show people we're not afraid of branching out and utilizing all that we have to offer. A question, who owns, runs, operates Discord? And in what country is the data from participants being stored and accessed? I remember some discussion on TikTok. So we're not TikTok. I know it's owned by China, and that's a whole, just because of the world I live in, I see that's discussion happening. Discord is American based, which I think they're in California or Arizona, one of the two. I could check back on that, but I know Discord is a US made software. It's US made, owned, and ran software, not like TikTok, because I know TikTok at the moment could be banned by the president, and I know Microsoft is trying to buy TikTok. That's just a whole nother mess right now. So, but yeah, Discord is US owned and ran. And if we sign up for an activity, does our info then get shared with Discord for that? If we sign up for an activity, does our info then get shared with Discord? What do you mean by that question?
Sorry, it's lots of brainstorming going on. So I see that little button, register today, and I hit it the other day. And if I register, if I go in and do stuff, does that then, are we setting up the backdoor? We're now part of Discord and we're in the landed and we're ready? Or do we go through a different process to do a Discord joining or something like that? How do you join?
Oh, so to join our Discord, so this is registering. So this is literally just letting us know you're willing to host. You're letting us know how you're going to host your table. To join our Discord would be this button right here, the join activities on Discord now. So this is our only Discord link invite right here. But the other link you were looking at, that is purely letting us know you're willing to do this, what times you're willing, what days you're willing to do it, and
so then what kinds of explanation are there on the join Discord thing for the other button then when you are joining? Is there information about what it means? I mean, I'm thrilled you're doing this presentation because I know younger teachers too that are gamers, and so when we had a choice of Zoom, they're like, heck with Zoom, let's just do Discord and start teaching their classes through Discord. And I don't even know that that's been brought up as a subject in our departments.
Yeah, so I got bits and parts you were cutting out, but I heard you talking about educators having Discords. I know they had a choice between Zoom and Discord. I talked to a few. I know some of our biology professors or gamers who have Discords, and I was talking to some of them. Discord really pushed out a lot of educator manuals for Discord. As soon as COVID hit, Discord with open arms welcomed anyone who needed a virtual space. So the whole ability
like Apple
to have,
in the 80s, yeah, that's awesome. It's good marketing.
The whole ability to have 50 people share and one of them sharing a screen, that was literally made for education professionals. We thought that feature was months off. We thought it was going to be a paid feature for Discord, but with COVID, Discord has been pushing constant updates week by week. So even now, I have trouble keeping up with everything Discord's pushing out for us now. They've been bumping up their servers just because we had a lot more people enter Discords now. They're trying to make things as easy as possible. So on the website, on their blog section, they do have an educator's handbook to creating a simple Discord for them. But you can, if you want to have your class in Discord, you really can, because only one person could be showing themselves, but that could be the professor with their screen, and the 49 others could just be students listening in. So I know it's a lot of the students, a lot of our younger professionals, we all live and use Discord. You know, sad to say some of us roll our eyes when we hear Zoom or anything, and especially the students. The students hate Zoom, so anything I could do that's not Zoom related, the students are way more apt to do it. So again, I follow their language. I kind of listen to what they talk about. In my private servers, or I guess in my other servers where I manage with my content creator, the students over there, I mean, there's all over the country, all over the world, and a lot of them just, the Zoom is a joke to them, and hearing that, seeing that, I'm trying to see if our students are feeling the same way, and that's how I'm trying to approach our.
Where is your sampling population from? Is it the students that are in Discord that are saying Zoom is a joke, or is it students in general that haven't done anything except Zoom?
The other servers I'm in, so one has 4,000, the other has 5,000, and another has 10,000 people.
Are they gaming servers?
What was that?
Are they the gaming servers?
Yeah, they're my content creators that I manage for. So primarily gaming, anime.
Because that was another question I had. You have 600 on here, and you're saying therefore you're going with the students. What is happening with the other 39,940? Actually, 39,400 students aren't on here with you. I know you're going to try to get them on here, but
yeah, that's going to be our main priority. Is to
but would there be another Zoom administrator that would help get students into Zoom and see how popular that gets? Because if you throw all the money toward Discord for 600, have you done any kind of sampling to see how people respond to different ones before saying, no, Discord's my favorite, let's all go with Discord with 600 students on it? Those 600 are really happy. There's 40,000 students. 600 is a nice chunk, but you're now sampling those 600.
Well, and with the Discord, I mentioned it doesn't have to be all in all. So we're doing a lot of our events in Discord, but we're putting the access on our social media as well. So a lot of these events primarily just could be held in Discord just because of the nature of them. So hosting our tournaments, we do post information on our social media, but then I would just be hoping the students see our social media and enter in. Within the Discord, I can immediately notify them, and I usually have 20 of them lined up instantly ready for our events. So, and with our bigger events, I do put the Zoom links in. I do redirect them when we do have a Zoom event, where we do have a bigger event that we need to go to. So the Discord, Zoom, everything can live in harmony. I just know with more of our events, activities, and games, we lean to Discord just because that's where our students hang out. But I know for a fact with 40,000, a lot of the students are not going to be traditional age. And I know I could imagine our 18 to 24-year-olds will probably be the main Discord population. And I'm thinking, how do we get the 25 up? So that's where we would probably lean back onto the Zoom portions, probably have a Zoom chat in our Discord. So if students fumble their way in, have trouble, I could have some Zoom resources in our Discord for them to help themselves into. We do have our publications team making out a handbook that's easy to read about how to use Discord. So I know it's going to be hard to train a lot of the older students how to navigate. So far, some of them who have come in, the students kind of help them to navigate. I know I watch them, they explain things really quick and really fast. So I know some of them get lost. So we're really trying to find a way to how to educate that many people in such a short amount of time.
Sure. And is there any effort going education the other route? So the young kids who are really good at picking everything up could go where you might have 1,200 students who are in a certain age group. And rather than, it's not where the state of the art is, supporting them wherever they're coming to us. And maybe they're all on Facebook pages or something like that. So, and we don't need to keep going with it. You get the idea where I'm coming from, the statistics. Yeah. And you're sampling a population that's already self-selected, and you're saying this is the way that we should go for the future because this group of students is so thrilled with it. And then you're resampling the same population, and you're resampling the subset that stays. And so it concerns me as with math background. And I'm not against it at all. I've got another question.
Okay.
It's going to sound like really anti this or whatever, but I'm thrilled that you're connecting with this student. I just would love to see also investment in the other ways that will connect with the 50-year-olds and the 60-year-olds and the 40-year-olds and the 30-year-olds. So the other question I have for you has to do with monitoring the amount of time students are spending doing this, because one of the things I was just walking through the cafeteria when it was open is I'd see students who were struggling in my classes. Every time I walked by, I'd see some students playing games or gaming or watching porn on their computer or doing a wide variety of activities that were not conducive to actually getting their homework done. And that was just in the cafeteria public space. So if you have, is any kind of like monitoring, because it's not going to be everybody. Most people can handle the gaming or handle balancing life and still get through college. But some people don't. If they have an option of passing the class versus, hey, at the last minute joining something, they need 20 people on a team, I'm there. Let me go do that event. And then in our classes, I've noticed, like even the hackathons, where I've worked really hard with some students, they're good students, they overdo that one weekend and they're going to flunk all their classes. So I readjust my test times to help the students be able to survive and get their other two courses we can't adjust times to happen. And then I give them a test and let them have a chance to sleep a couple of nights because I recognize and I want to support their being excited about hackathon. I'm just wondering, do we have ways of helping students to guide themselves into the counseling department when they might be balanced into the I'm staying up all night in the gaming and I'm not quite making it to my classes in an awake mode?
So with that, I think with that now with counseling, because we just have the students who push the other students into the student information desk. If that is a prevalent issue, we could definitely just make a counseling announcement chat within our Discord. So right here, so I would just have to, I could just make a new channel. So I could go anywhere and make a new channel. Even here, it gives me quick tools to make a new channel, new category. If we just need to make a whole category full of resources.
I know, yeah, thanks. I just wanted to at least put that out there because you're in the area where you could see the people quicker than teachers. But I've got friends that gamble, there's no problem, they can do it. But I've got other friends that destroyed their lives by becoming gambling addicts. And so thanks for listening to because I'm not saying I'm against this at all. I'm just saying, oh my gosh, red flags are going up left and right because of supportive the environments to support people returning and to be part of this group. Well, I'd like to have them feel the same support classroom experience, even though we're in Zoom. So let's support Zoom in those ways. So thank you.
Yeah, and it comes down to, I mean, I luckily enough, I can manage my time. I'm in a lot of other servers who I believe they really just live in Discord for 24/7. Um, I would show you what the other servers look like, but again, those are open public servers, and I have no idea what they will be sharing in there. So I do not want to put any of that on Zoom. But again, when you have 5,000, 4,000, 10,000 people on the server, you have a lot of different opinions, a lot of different types of people talking. And they're really eye-opening because I know I'm limited to 600 here in Bakersfield. Like hopefully I have like a nice 20,000 sample size from all over the country that I usually pick their brains at. I know a few of them grow suspicious. They really don't know who I am, so they start asking questions like, why are you asking these specific type of questions? And then I just say, just curious. Not gonna give my permission, my position out there, but it's interesting to see not just how our country among Discord works. We have a lot of international people in our servers, so it's not interesting to see what the UK is doing. We have people from Belgium, from Tokyo. We have people from Nigeria in our servers. I know Siberia, we have a couple of people.
I knew a 12-year-old kid who stayed awake all night. He just pretended he was 16. He played World of Warcraft with his friends from Australia when they were awake. And the friends from Australia were in their 30s and 40s. And anyway, there are concerns that his parents weren't as concerned as I was about it, but I talked to him a lot. Anyway, got him through those teenage years. But it's interesting because the age limit of 13 isn't necessarily followed by the 11-year-old that's pretty bright.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and just with anything, Discord could be used for good, or it could be used for evil. I mean, even a couple years ago when we had Pokemon Go come out, Pokemon Go was a wholesome game. People could just play or walk around, get some exercise. But then people decided you could launch a lure. Lures bring people because they have increased Pokemon rates. So people would just do that, expecting people to come to them, and then they just end up getting robbed. So that's one way bad people could turn something good into bad. Just as with Facebook, with Instagram, you could even make a joke about Tinder, catfishing, posing as someone else. I think that's always going to be a threat online, no matter what the platform is. I think our main focus is just to make sure if we see any warning signs with any of our students. A lot of our students here have been happy, have been really well taken care of. In our other servers that I manage, we do have serious conversation chats, and we do have a lot of students, not just a lot of people in general who are depressed, who need help, who are just needing to vent. And I'm waiting for that moment where I see those conversations start popping up where we might have to make that chat or have maybe our intern staff that chat to make sure we don't have any students of concern. But COVID especially has hit us hard. So I know we have a lot of people, not just students, people 10 to 90 having hard times right now. So I anticipate that's going to start happening. And I know once it happens, I'm going to have that conversation with Dr. Damania and of our staff members. But if I feel like a college, we're on Discord, we do this really well. If just a ragtag group of people moderates another server, because I kind of mentioned 8 of us mod for 4,000 in one of our servers, and we weren't chosen. We don't have any, we didn't have a resume. We weren't chosen because we're the greatest. A lot of us were just chosen because we're supporters. When I became a mod, 2 of the mods were 15 and 16. And, when people find out your age, they try to bully you. And luckily, people just know my age. They don't know anything really else about me, but they know I'm 31. They know I'm not really going to put up with the drama. They know they're not going to really try to trick me or anything. So I'm always on the caution of let's have some older mods. But again, I suggest this to my content creator. He can listen, he can not. I just tell him when he's doing wrong or if I'm trying to warn him. But if a whole 8 of us, 1 15, 1 16-year-old could run a server of 4,000, We haven't had any issues, nothing, no one catfished, no one hurt, no one lost on our watch, thankfully. But we're lucky in the way that our server is really well run and we really take it professional. I have been in some servers that are just absolute dumpster fires. Those are just servers I'm in as a member. I'm not a moderator. I'm not anything. It's an interest that interests me. I popped in, but some of these servers I have seen, the moderators are drunk with power. The content creator doesn't care. It's just a cesspool of people attacking or fighting with each other. So the one thing I kind of tell people is the server is a reflection of the owner and the moderators. If you guys set your standards and you guys keep to those standards, the server is usually a cleaner, happier server. If you're an owner who doesn't care about it and just picks anyone who doesn't particularly have the best interest in mind, those servers will become horrible. And me, I don't have the time for it. I usually just leave the server if it's not worth my time, or if I just see people bickering, or if I know I'm going to get banned or something for doing nothing. So I'm very selective on what servers I choose. And again, it's like a Facebook page, a Facebook group. You might think you're joining a wholesome group, and then boom, you joined something completely different. So I know with Bakersfield College's name on it, and especially with already some staff members in it, their server should be good. We're going to hold them to the rules. We're going to hold them to our student conduct standards. And again, if they do anything, we ban them from our server. We just keep our track record of keeping the server orderly. We keep a track record of banning troublemakers. And that usually always quells down the troublemakers, kicks them out, makes them leave because they know they're not going to get away with anything. And once a server becomes wholesome, it usually stays wholesome for a while. And that's I went a little over, but any more questions I could answer, but that's pretty much what we're doing right now. And thank you for listening. Thank you for not
If you guys could please fill out the feedback form, that'd be very appreciated.
Yeah, fill out the feedback form, and thank you for not being threatened by the question. No, yeah, you're probably the one who's questioned me the most, so thank you for that. I've been here for 4 years, so I kind of gotten used to everything. I know what people might be asking, so thank you for asking the hard questions. Thank you for the information. Yep. And of course, if anyone is interested or wants a server for their StudOrg, I could help you create that. I've been creating them for other colleges and universities, and you can make a template, so I could just make a template out of one of mine. But this is something you want to go with, go ahead. We're also offering making Zoom rooms for StudOrg meetings if they want to have that as well. So we're just trying to make sure our student organizations can meet and still meet, because I know once COVID hit, we lost a lot of engagement and communication for our students. So hopefully we could get that back up and running. Hopefully the world gets back on its right side.